Welcome back to the channel. It's Formula Pokemon. We showcase amateur athletes every day. If you're an amateur athlete would like a player spotlight, DM me for a collaboration. The AP Top 25 poll has come out, and then coming at number one is Ohio State. They're 3-0. They haven't played a conference game yet, but their next game is against Washington, and the last game they defeated Ohio West 37-9. Coming at number two is Miami Hurricanes, who's 4-0. They went up two spots, and their last game they played was against Florida Western. They won 26-7. They haven't played a conference game yet, but their next game is against state rival Florida State. Coming at number three is Penn State, who's 3-0, and they went down one spot. Their last game they won against West Villanova, 52-6. Coming at number four is the LSU Tigers, who's 4-0 and has a conference record at 1-0. They went down one spot, and their next game is against Ole Miss. Coming at number five is Georgia, who's 3-0, and their last game was versus Tennessee West, where they won 44-41, and their conference record is 1-0. Coming at number six is Oregon, who's 4-0, whose last game was against Oregon State when they won by a landslide 41-7, and they have a conference record of 1-0. Coming at number seven is Oklahoma, who's 4-0, whose conference record is 1-0. They went up four spots, and they was victorious over Auburn 24-17. Their next game is Kent State. Coming at number eight is Florida State, who's 3-0. They haven't played a conference game yet. Their last game they beat Kent State 66-10, and their next opponent is at Virginia. Coming in number nine is Texas A&M, who's 3-0, and they haven't played a conference record game yet. Their last game was against Notre Dame when they won 41-40. Their next game is against Auburn, and they also went up one spot. And number 10 is Texas, who's 3-1. They haven't played a conference game yet. Their last game, they was victorious over Sam Houston 55-0. And their next game is against Houston, and they went down two spots. Coming at number 11 is Indiana, who's 4-0, whose conference record is 1-0. Their last game was against Illinois, and they won 63-10. Their next game is against Iowa, and they went up eight spots. At number 12 is Texas Tech, who's 4-0. Their conference record is 1-0, and their last game was against Utah when they won 34-10. Their next game is against Houston, and they went up five spots. Coming at number 13 is Ole Miss, who's 4-0. Their conference record is 2-0, and their last game they played was against Tulane, and they won 45-10. And they have a big matchup against LSU for their next game. Coming at number 14 is Iowa State, who is 4-0. Their conference record is 1-0, and their last game was against Arkansas State, which they won 24-6. Their next game is Arizona, and they went down two spots. Coming at number 15 is Tennessee, who's 3-1. Their conference record is 0-1, and their last game they had was against UAB, and they won 56-24. Their next game is Mississippi State. Coming at number 16 is Georgia Tech, who's 4-0. Their conference record is 1-0, and their last game they had was versus Temple, 45-24. Their next game is Wake Forest, and they went up two spots. Coming at number 17 is Alabama, who's 2-1. Their last game was versus Wisconsin West, and they won 38-14. Their next game is at Georgia, and they went down by 3 spots. Coming at number 18 is Vanderbilt, who's 4-0. Their conference record is 1-0, and their last game was versus Georgia State, and they won 70-21. Their next game is against Utah State, and they went up 2 spots. Okay, and number 19 is Michigan, who's 3-1. Their conference record is 1-0. Their last game was versus Nebraska West, and they won 30-27. And their next game is against Wisconsin, and they went up 2 spots. Coming at number 20 is Missouri, who's 4-0. Their conference record is 1-0, and their last game they was versus South Carolina, which they won 29-20. Their next game is at UMass, and they went up 3 spots. And coming at number 21 is USC, who's 4-0. Their conference record is 2-0, and their last game was versus Michigan State, which they won 45-31. Their next game is at Illinois, and they went up 4 spots. Coming at number 22 is the Notre Dame, whose record is 1-2. Their last game they won against Purdue West 56-30, and they went up 2 spots. Coming at number 23 is Illinois, who's 3-1. Their conference record is 0-1, and their last game they lost to Indiana 63-10, and they went down by 14 spots. Coming at number 24 is TCU, whose record is 3-0. They haven't played a conference game yet. Their last game they was victorious against SMU 35-24, and their next game is versus Arizona State. And the last but not least, BYU, who's ranked 25, who was 3-0. Their last game they versus East Carolina and won 34-13, and their next game will be versus Colorado. For all your amateur news, subscribe to Formula Park 1 on YouTube. Thank you for your support.